All right, what's up, everybody? My name's Kurt, and I'm back today with another video. I'm gonna do some NFL predictions, man. We haven't done this in a while. I wanted to keep doing this all throughout the year, but we stopped posting for a while. But we're back. We're back. And as you guys see, I've got the NFL schedule right here, and we're gonna go over who I think's gonna win. And if you guys disagree with something, let me know. It's just my predictions. There might be a matchup where I think one team's going to win, but I'm going to just pick the upset. I don't know. But let's get right into it. All right, guys. So we're going to start off with the Browns at the Titans. Also, if you guys have questions about, NFL teams, let me know as well. There's a question in here that I'll be answering once we get to that team. But let's get right into it. So first, we've got the Browns at the Titans. They're both 8-3, both great records, both probably going to make the playoffs. I don't see how either of these teams won't make the playoffs. I think the Browns could end with 10 wins this year, but I am taking the Titans to win. I think the Titans are just a better team. And I don't know I know Myles Garrett was hurt like a week or two ago, and if Myles Garrett is hurt, Derrick Henry's going to run wild. But I think he might be back. I'm not sure. Let me know. But I am taking the Titans. I think Tannehill's playing great. He's got good wide receivers. Derrick Henry's a beast. Even though Nick Chubb, he can run on anybody. But anyway, next game is the Raiders at the Jets. It's the Raiders, man. The Jets are the worst team in the league. I don't know. They need to get rid of Adam Gase. It is what it is. Let me know if you guys think the Raiders are going to make the playoffs. They could, man. They really could. You look at the Browns, I say they're going to win. They're 8-3, and they got to play like the Steelers again. I don't know who else they have to play. But the Raiders, I think they're going to win this week. That puts them at 7 wins. So, I don't know. They could make the playoffs. All right, guys. Next up, Jacksonville at Minnesota. Both teams kind of struggling this year. Before last week, I believe, the Vikings were on a 3-game win streak, or whenever they lost to the Cowboys. If they could have beat the Cowboys, I think the Vikings could have had a shot to make the playoffs. But I don't know. It's going to be real tough. I know that an extra team gets in on each side this year. But I'm still taking the Vikings. Jacksonville, I just don't know. Actually, I'm pretty sure Minnesota's defense has really been stepping up. And I think Dalvin Cook's going to run wild. He does almost every game. But anyway, let's go to the next game. The Bengals at the Dolphins. The Dolphins actually 7-4. I don't know if we ever talked about this or we posted when this was going on, when they benched Fitzmagic for Tua. Now, Tua's good. I think Tua's going to be really good, but I don't think they should have benched Fitzmagic. He was doing good, and I actually think the offense is better with Fitzmagic. But either way, the Dolphins, I believe, are making the playoffs, or they might. I don't know. And the Bengals lost Burrow. The Bengals offense is good, man, with Burrow, but it's really unfortunate what happened to him. But I did hear he's expected to make a full recovery, so that's good news. Yeah, man. So I'm taking the Dolphins, though. Their defense has been stepping up. I think they're getting Myles Gaskin back this week. I'm not sure. I know they lost Preston Williams, but they still got Devontae Parker, Gesicki, all those guys. So I'm taking the Dolphins. I think they're just a better team right now, especially with Burrow gone. But next up, we got the Colts at the Texans, and man, I can't believe this happened. Will Fuller was on my fantasy team, man. He's like the number 1 receiver in league, or like a top receiver in the league so far in fantasy this year, and I think he's an absolute beast. But he's suspended for the rest of the season, and the Texans, people are saying the Texans could make the playoffs, but they have to win out, and this was before they found out about Will Fuller. I'm taking the Colts. The Colts just doing good. Rivers looking good. I wish they would use Jonathan Taylor a little bit more. They're not using him like I thought they would. I heard something about Jonathan Taylor just being like he's a rookie. His vision, or seeing the holes and stuff and knowing where to go, isn't the best yet, but he's learning, and they are starting to use him a little bit more. But I'm taking the Colts. I think they're just a better overall team. Their defense is definitely better than the Texans, even though the Texans are improving a little bit. I do like Deshaun Watson a lot. I don't know. But I'm still taking the Colts, man. All right, guys. So next up, now this is a tough one, man. The Lions at Chicago, or at the Bears. I don't think Nick Foles is playing. I don't know if Nick Foles will play for the rest of the year at all. Trubisky might be the starter for the rest of the year. Believe it or not, I think I'm going to go with the Bears. I think Stafford's banged up. The Bears have a great defense. The Lions, not so much. I'm pretty sure the Lions just fired their head coach, which I think was a good decision. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, man, I'm taking the Bears. That defense, I think, is going to carry them. And I think Trubisky, as long as he can not turn the ball over, they're going to do good. They got great. David Montgomery looks great. Allen Robinson. I forget the other receivers like Mooney. They got Jimmy Graham and that rookie tight end, I believe. I think that's for the Bears. I forget his name. Cole Kmet. I think that's his name. But either way, I'm taking the Bears. Let me know what you guys think. All right, guys. Now, next up, Saints at the Falcons. Now, if the Falcons want to keep their playoff hopes alive, they've got to beat the Saints. And Saints without Drew Brees, they've got a shot. I know they didn't put up points, or they did not do good last time because that Saints defense is for real. I think they're really good. If Julio plays, if you guys pay attention to, like, if you have, like, say you have Matt Ryan in fantasy, when Julio plays, Matt Ryan does really good. When Julio doesn't play, Matt Ryan, it's just a big difference, you know? And the offense is just way better when Julio is playing, and he's questionable. I don't know if he's going to play. I personally have him on my fantasy team. I kind of hope he sits because, you know, I need him for the playoffs. But yeah, man, I hope, I don't know. It's going to be a tough one, man. The Falcons' defense has been improving. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, I think I said it, I think the Saints are going to win, but I'm picking the Falcons for the upset. I don't know. I really think the Saints are going to win, but I've got to pick an upset. And if you guys have been with the channel for a while, you guys know that I really like the Falcons. They have a ton of talent, and I say it all the time. I'm taking the Falcons, even though I think the Saints are going to win. Next up, the Giants at the Seahawks. No Danny Dimes, but I do really, really like Colt McCoy. But Seahawks, man. Seahawks, even though the Giants' defense is very, very underrated. The Seahawks, I'm taking the Seahawks. I don't see how anybody else wouldn't. Yeah. And Wayne Gallman, man. He is a freaking beast. He is a beast. I like Wayne Gallman a lot. They need to use him. I just like Wayne Gallman. But anyway, this could be game of the week right here. The Rams at the Cardinals. Huge game for both teams. I know Kyler Murray is banged up, his shoulder. And the Rams defense is, I think people think the Rams defense is really good, but I still think they're underrated, man. I think the Rams defense is like really, really good. I'm taking the Rams, but if the Cardinals can get to Jared Goff and blitz Jared Goff has trouble against blitzes, man. But either way, I'm taking the Rams. I could see it going either way, but I'm going to take the Rams. The next game, the Patriots at the Chargers. Patriots are 5-6, which I did not realize. I don't think they're that good. I don't think the Patriots are that good. I think people overhype Cam. I don't think Cam Newton's that good. But Rookie of the Year candidate, he might win it now that Burrow went down. Justin Herbert is an absolute beast. And the Chargers are a lot better than their record. I believe the Chargers head coach needs to be fired. There was this one game, I forget, the Chargers were playing. It was like the last couple weeks. They were up big time. And, you know, I think it might have been against the Broncos. But they were up, and then they just played. I hate when teams play conservative, man. Especially when you got a team like that and you're fighting for the playoffs. Just go, 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 you know. I'm taking the Chargers. Even though, you know, the Patriots defense has been really, really good. I'm still taking the Chargers. Yeah, I think the Chargers are very underrated. I think the reason why they're 3-8 and not, let's say, not have like 5 or 6 wins like the Patriots or even more. I mean, like, they almost beat Tampa. They almost beat the Chiefs. I think they almost beat the Saints and probably some other teams. And, I mean, they're really good, man. I think they're going to win this game. And I think their head coach needs to be fired because I don't like his play calling. But anyway, the Eagles at the Packers. I'm taking the Packers. The Eagles, man, I was watching, I think it was last week, the Monday night game. And Carson Wentz, I personally like Carson Wentz, but I'm watching him and I don't know what's going on with him. Like there were some throws that were just so bad, so bad. I can't defend him. I know a lot of people are calling for I forget the rookie's name. Either way, for him to come in and start, and after what I've been seeing, man, it's hard to argue with that. It really is. I mean, even though at 3-7, the Eagles are still very much in play for the winner of that division, and that's just crazy. But I'm taking the Packers. I think everybody probably is. Next up, the Broncos at the Chiefs. The Broncos are 4-7, which is better than I thought they were. And the Chiefs are 10-1. Obviously, they're fighting for that number one spot in the AFC with the Steelers. I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. Okay, so next up, Monday night game. I forgot games that got moved around. We've even got a Tuesday night game this week. The Washington at the Steelers. Steelers 11-0. Believe it or not, I'm rooting for the Steelers because I like the players on their team. I like James Conner and I love Ben. The Steelers are going to get upset sooner or later, or get beat sooner or later. I find it hard to believe that they go 16-0 or whatever. But I'm still taking the Steelers, definitely. I think the game they might get beat, which I still don't think they're going to get beat this week, but they're going to get beat sooner or later because it's hard to go 16-0 for a football team. Any given night, any team could be the best team in the league, But I'm taking the Steelers this week for sure. I think they're, even though Washington has an amazing wide receiver, Gibson's looking good, McKissick's looking good, Terry McLaurin, man, he is good. Just the Washington football team is looking really good, man, looking really good. But the Steelers are just better all around. Great defense. I'd say really good offense as well, especially when they need it. All right, guys. So next up, the Bills at the 49ers. And this is where the question comes into play. Your boy Ray asks, do you still pay attention to the NFL? Yes, I do. I'm big time into fantasy football, and I pay a lot of attention to the NFL. And he said, and if so, what do you think about Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs? Josh Allen's been a big surprise this year. How good he's doing. He's really slowed down a little bit. Well, he had some weeks. He had like a short period of time where he slowed down and not doing as good as he started off as, but he's still doing really good. I mean, when you're playing as good as he was in the beginning, it's hard to keep that up all the way throughout the year. So obviously he slowed down a little bit. I think they're a good combo, man. I think Josh Allen is still young. I know this is hard to do, but if he can work on his accuracy a little bit, he'll be really good. He'll be a beast. He already kind of is, but believe it or not, the Bills at the 49ers. I'm taking the 49ers. This 49ers team is a complete different team when Raheem Mostert is on that roster. And I think the 49ers can still make the playoffs this year. I think they're good. I know they lost the quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, but I forget who their Nick Mullins is starting right now. I don't think that's big of a difference. And I think the 49ers get this win. It's at home. They have Richard Sherman. Their defense is stepping up. I forget who they just beat. It was a big win, I believe. I forget who, but yeah, I'm taking the 49ers. I think the 49ers have a better defense, and I feel like Mostert's going to run all over the Bills, and that's something you can do. I know in the beginning of the year you couldn't pass on the Bills, but that has changed. You can do it. You can just move the ball on the Bills. But anyway, let's get on to, I believe, is the last game. It is the Cowboys at the Ravens. Now, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Lamar is out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Lamar is out. And honestly, I don't know if the Ravens are gonna make the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. But and the Cowboys are looking pretty good. The Ravens defense. Now, believe it or not, I think this is a tough one. I don't think RG3 is that good. The Ravens really don't have that good of a wide receiver core, but I'm going to take the Ravens. Their defense is way better, and if the Ravens run the ball like crazy, and you can do that on Dallas. Even though they've stepped it up a little bit, it's hard to stop the Ravens running the ball, and I think the Ravens will win. But anyway, guys, that is my predictions for this week. Let me know. I know I took some, like, the one that's bothering me that I took, because it's hard to bet against the Saints, man. It really is. But without Drew Brees, even though Taysom has done really good, that does hurt him a little bit, not having Drew Brees. And the Falcons are in the do-or-die mode right now. And, you know, teams are dangerous when they're like that. That one's still is iffy to me. Like I said, I think the Saints are going to win, but I'm just taking the upset. And, you know, I think an upset pick that I took today as well is the 49ers over the Bills. Most record-wise, definitely upset pick. I don't know if everybody agrees with me on that one, but we'll see. And this year has been so crazy. Who knows who's going to win what matchups, you know? So, yeah, let me know if you guys disagree with any of the things I said or any of the picks I had. Leave questions about your teams or whatever. I'll answer them. But, yeah, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe until next time. Peace.